Okay, we're sitting here with the legendary Steve Lawler from England. First of all, Steve, thanks for coming.
My pleasure.
How do you like it here at Kecel Fest?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. This is a really, really good party. I mean, it's quality music and the crowd are fantastic. Perfect.
That's great. Okay, so you're known for your tunnel parties in Birmingham back at the tender age of 16. When you think back to then, did you ever expect to be so successful today?
No, not at all. I mean, when I was doing those parties, the only place I was heading for was prison because I kept getting arrested. So, no, I didn't expect this at all, no.
Okay, so on to the Viva label. What is it that motivated you to start this own label of yours?
Well, mainly to support new talent. I mean, that's what the label's about. I don't really... The only time I get known producers to go on the label is for remixing projects, and for me, having a label is kind of, a way you can give something back to the industry and support it. And it is fun, you know what I mean? It's like a hobby. I kind of get excited when I put a record out, and I get proud of the artist, and it's kind of like, as you're getting older and you're growing up in the industry, it's kind of the done thing, I think. A lot of people that I respect have record labels, and I just think it's what everyone should do. If you're in a position where you can help out and support new talent, you should do it.
So it's kind of an evolutionary thing. As you progress along, you know that you had some help on the way. So it's kind of like, not that it's your duty, but it's an evolutionary thing where you just want to help other people attain the same kind of success that you did.
Yeah, I mean, if a lot of the guys, like I know a lot of the DJs that I know and hang out with all do the same. It's not just me that helps new talent. A lot of people do it, and if we didn't do this, when we retire, the industry would end there. Yeah. So it's kind of up to, the press, the media, the DJs, the promoters to keep things fresh and keep new talent coming through, because this music will never die. It'll be here forever as long as we respect it and support new talent,
Right on, man, right on. So 007 is out. What about 008?
Yeah, it's another Pressler Boys single, which is even better than the last one, I think, personally. I mean, these guys are shit hot, they're from Italy. I've been playing their records for years, so to get them on the label was quite nice for me, I was quite excited about that. And I've got sort of signed up until Viva 10, I think, now.
That's good. That's great news. That's great news for all of us. So you have some releases with other producers under different aliases. Why don't you tell us something about these co-productions? Because not everybody knows about Sladley or Slaff.
Yeah, well, that's a kind of the reason. I mean, when I produce on my own, I use an engineer to sort of the music that I make. I use an engineer to make that music sound better, and
to master it,
but also to make certain sounds sound better. I can only do so much in the studio, and I'm the first to admit that. Yep. But with the SL projects, I get in the studio with another producer and I co-produce. So, it's a case of we both write the record, and I wanted to do it really. I didn't want to overshadow the other producer, so I didn't want it to be Steve Lawler and. Yep. So the idea of doing the SL thing, so a lot of people, will hear the record for what it is as opposed to judging it with my name being all over it. Right. Some people might judge it in a bad way because my name's on it. Some people might judge it in a good way because my name's on it. But yep. I don't really want them to judge it because of that at all. I want them to judge it on the merit of the song alone. So,
yeah, see that's fantastic, because just for you saying how you want people to respect the track for the track and not just the name. I don't think many people do that nowadays.
Well, I mean, like the latest one I did with Audio Fly, I mean, that came about. I'm really good friends with Audio Fly. Anthony and Luca are amazing guys, and we have a lot of fun when we hang out. So we kind of just got in the studio, and we were all like singing and dancing around the room like fools, and. Two records came out of it, so that seemed like the perfect thing to do the next SL project. So.
I mean, I can't even imagine how much fun it must be for you to be with a couple friends in the studio where you're working, but it's like you're not even working. That's the old adage that when you enjoy your job, you're not really working, you're just enjoying.
It's perfect. I mean, we're just messing around, jacking on some beats and bouncing off each other. It's great.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Awesome. So your London residency, Viva Harlem Nights, is still alive, and it's one of the best nights at the End Club. We actually had an article on it on our site for Harlem's 5th birthday. What does that mean to you in general?
Well, firstly, thank you for saying that it's one of the best nights in London. But I don't know. I don't know if it is one of the best nights in London, but I know for me, it's one of the best nights that I play at. Full stop. And I know I've saw people here that have been to Harlem Nights in London, and for me, you know, I think that if I retire from touring in 5 years, if I ever retire from this sort of touring around, I could never retire from Harlem Nights. I mean, that place really is, you know, I do actually love it. Do you know what I mean?
So it's like your home base, or like your capital city, or right hand man.
Yeah, I mean, I just, you know, I get to go there and
be yourself.
Yeah, be myself, play a lot of music that I love, and the crowd is all a regular crowd. It's people that come there every month or every 2 months, and so like a lot of the people know each other. So it's almost like having a house party in a front room, but with 1,000 people.
Are you still the king of space?
I'm not sure I ever was the king of space.
Let's be serious, Steve. Honestly,
I don't feel comfortable with that phrase, because
no, you know, it's okay. We'll keep that title for you then. You just be you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Ibiza at the moment. I did the opening party at Space. I'm doing a couple of secret location parties. I'm doing 2 parties at Amnesia, 4 parties at Space in total, 2 at Pasha. You know, I'm just kind of playing around a little bit, and I mean, usually I've been doing residency in Ibiza like for as long as, you know.
I think the classic Space Terrace days. I've been there.
8 years at Space. Before that, I did 2 years at Amnesia. Before that, 3 years at Cafe Mambo. So this year, I've decided to kind of do guest slots around the island and see how it feels, you know.
Well, that's good. Okay, Steve, so to finish off, what are some of your future plans? Maybe some releases, gigs, or news, or how about even Viva Volume 2?
Well, the good news is I'm actually in the process of making Viva Volume 2. It's going to come out in October on Renaissance Recordings.
Yes.
And I finished the CD 2 last week. And I can't wait for it to be out there. I mean, so the records I played tonight were on CD 2. Is
it just a compilation, like a mix CD, or is it one of those where you destructed some of the tracks and rebuilt them?
Oh, you know, I mean, I completely, you know, I've messed around a lot with, you know, I always re-edit tracks. That's what I do all the time. But I mean, it's a mixed compilation. It is other people's music, but I've gelled it together and layered it up and put my touch on it. You know, I mean, also there's a few of my new singles on there. I've been producing a lot at the moment, and I've got like 7 new records, all unsigned. I'm not signed to any labels at this point, but there's going to be a couple on the new Viva album.
All right, Steve, thanks a lot. I'm excited that you're here, and I hope you have a good rest of the night.